Alright, it's end of day 13, but I don't have a shirt to be decent with right now. It's also so hot in my room. But today was a bit of an emotional day. I don't know what came over me, but I found myself feeling very sad and isolated. And rather than call a friend, I felt that the best thing to do was to sit with no music in the car. I started listening to Matthew McConaughey's memoir, and I'm excited to continue reading it. It also makes me think that I should be a bit more expressive when I write in my own journal. Other than that, another note that I need to fix in terms of my schedule going forward is that I need to start doing activities earlier in the day. Right now I'm editing the videos and I have days 4 through 7 edited. I should not have taken so much time to talk about things I know I didn't need to talk about, or keep videos going longer than they needed to, just because I felt that they might have been too short. So that's why I'm going to keep this one short. I've been hitting about 230, 240 grams of protein a day. Hasn't been too much trouble there. Today I went to the pool to swim again. Great time. My foot still hurts. I still feel the pain of the sprain. Hopefully I can get to focus on something creative soon, so that my entire day is not focused on workouts, reading. Although, not a bad life, let's be honest. I do feel that some of my efforts should be focused on more artistic endeavors, as that is what I feel that my soul more aligns with. Do something today that you feel your soul aligns with, wholeheartedly, unabashedly. That's my challenge for you today. Good night. It's the end of day 14, and I just finished my 45-minute outside exercise where I finally ran over 4 miles in the allotted time. The only issue is that I was running aimlessly in the first half, which I always do. And then I put on the maps how to come back. I thought that I knew the way back, but I overshot it. I overshot one turn and missed it, and then just kept running down that street. So now I have to backtrack 2 miles to go home. But I'm stopping by Vaughn's on the way. I'm gonna get some bananas, and that's how I'm making up for it, I guess. That's how I'm making use of that time. In honor of it being day 14, 2 weeks in, I deleted the one dating app that I have because I realized it was not working for me, and I didn't enjoy the conversations that I was having. And maybe it works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. And I had this specific dating app for about 4-ish months and talked to some people, went on some dates, but really I don't think it was organic. I don't think that it worked for me, and I think it was also taking me away from the present and seeing anything that was in front of me. Luckily, however, I deleted it before my confidence took any blow, because there was a time earlier this year where I had that dating app for a little over a couple months, and I began taking everything personally, but forgetting that there really is barely anything personal about those dating apps. That's the whole downside of them. And as I took everything personally, I turned that frustration in on myself and wasted energy in that respect. So I got rid of that dating app, and now I'm dating app free. I also think it's time to focus on my craft, as some of my friends would say. Good update for day 14. I don't know why I waited until really late again before I went out for my run and went to the gym, but it happens. And at least I'm getting it all done. Regardless of the 1.5 miles I still have to walk back. But hey, at least I got to see a homeless man peeing in a cup in the middle of the street today. I wouldn't have gotten to see that if I had ran in the morning, you know? So lucky me. Those are just the wonders of the world, and they're there for you if you open your eye. That reminds me. Matthew McConaughey's memoir, Green Lights. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I would recommend it in a heartbeat. By the way, I'm specifically listening to the audiobook of Green Lights, but I'm not counting that as my 10 pages a day. I'm reading this other book. Its title in Italian is Lei viene prima. It's a good book, actually, and it's a book that I think is well worth my time, and I'd recommend it to anyone. I'd especially recommend it to men. Now that I'm 2 weeks in and I can kind of feel the itch of consistency, as in not being able to do anything else until I finish the things throughout the day, I think it's time to start pushing myself in certain respects, such as raising the number of push-ups that I do and making there be more jogging time than walking time in my running. And when I go to the gym, if I feel like I'm running out of things to do before the time is up, then to just come up with a better routine that maybe pushes myself more. There's always something I can do. It's not because I feel like what I'm doing is not enough. I now simply have the privilege of pushing myself even further than I was pushing myself before. And what a wonderful privilege to have. Now I go to Vaughn's, go home, I read, and I go to sleep. Good night. Yo, day 15. Still have not finished editing earlier days.
All I did today was everything in the 75 hard, except there was this one thing that I had to go to, and I showed up an hour early, and my hip was really hurting. It hurt to walk again because there's no recovery time for 75 hard. I decided that since I showed up an hour early, I'll use 45 minutes of that hour to just walk around. So I walked around 2 miles. It was a little over 45 minutes. But I got that, and my hip still hurts, and my legs are tight, but I'll survive. I hit back some buys, hit my protein, I hit my drinking, I got my reading done, and now it's midnight, and I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to do it all again, and I'm super excited, and I have no philosophies for today, other than I'm flexing in the mirror more often, and no one can stop me. I did handstand push-ups today, which I just don't know if I could do before, but I know I can do them now. Handstand push-ups. What else did I do? I did a muscle up 2 days ago. It was very, very sloppy and gross and dirty, so I would not be bragging about it. Also, peep the shirt, Voyage de la Luna or something about a trip to the moon in French, from the movie Hugo. That's a joke. Anyway, goated shirt, thrifted it for less than $8 at some random store. It's about 3 sizes too small for me, but I like it. And that's going to be the end of today. I have a weird young man hormonal need to punch something or fight a tiger. I'd never want to hurt a tiger, but I'm sure you can understand that sentiment without reading into it. Regardless, I'd go ham on one of those bob dummies that look like you sawed a man's waist and arms off and then spray painted him pink all over, and then he's like rubbery. I'd go ham on one of those right now. I'd slap him silly. What am I saying? I gotta go to sleep. Good night!
Day 16, I had to take it easier on the cardio for today just because my hip has really been flaring up. Since starting to read Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey, it's now the only thing that I'm listening to when I run and when I work out. He's also influencing the way that I write in my journal. Not that I want to emulate his style, but that I want to emulate his flow and his freedom in his words. I also just finished a workout, and I also decided that tomorrow it is my duty to go and pick up a pair of black cowboy boots, because it feels right, and I got some money saved for that. The other day I nearly didn't make my protein goal, so I ended up scarfing down 4 protein bars. I really can't think of anything else for day 16, but I'm going strong. I just have to make sure that I don't let myself off too easily, because between recovery and wanting to push myself, I have to find that sweet spot where I'm not being too nice to myself, but I'm also not continuously hurting myself. Anyway, that's enough for now. See you tomorrow. It is the end of day 17. Name of the game is not self-obsession. It is being obsessed with becoming as close as you can to what you can feel and know your true potential is. It's the pursuit. It's the obsession of that pursuit. And that's not an act of selfishness, but an act of self-love. And if you're religious, it's a way of you fulfilling what God gave you. If you're spiritual, it's you fulfilling what you can offer to the universe. If you're none of that, it's doing the best with what you got. And I think that was kind of the sentiment of today. I went running in the really hot LA sun. It was really hot today. I didn't see how many degrees. Trust me, it was hot. And fun little moment where I asked a woman to spray me down with her hose, and she did, and it was very funny. It is actually 4 a.m. right now. I didn't just finish 75 hard. I've just been up. It's bad because I have to wake up soon, and I look at my day tomorrow and I realize, something about 75 hard is that it actually will encourage you to go to sleep, because then you think about the next day and you're like, how am I going to have enough time for any of that? So now I go to sleep after it's like 4 a.m. So peace. See ya. I didn't take a video, but yesterday was day 18 and I got everything done. I don't have much for today, except I did go on a date and still had to get 75 hard done with doing my personal life and going on a date and doing 75 hard. And I was worried I wasn't going to fit it all, and then I did. And the date went really well, thanks for asking. It's day 20, but I didn't take a video for day 19. For my 45 minutes outside yesterday, I wanted to take it really easy on myself. So I went on a walk and then did 100 push-ups while on the walk. And towards the end of the walk, I had already walked about 2 1/3 miles, 2.34 miles. And then I thought to myself, okay, I did the time. I did quite a good bit of distance walking at a good pace. I think I'll try jogging back. So I tried jogging back, and immediately my knee flared up in pain. But it didn't hurt when I was walking. I think my body isn't used to such constant physical exercise. I tend to really push myself when it comes to the physical aspect of everything, but I feel as though I'm hitting some sort of a wall. At some point, my body isn't responding to it very well. And I'm thinking about, oh, what could I do that would make this better? And then I also realized I haven't been stretching before I go run at all. I can't tell you one day where I stretched before I went on my run. So from now on, it'll take a little bit more time, and I'm not going to count it with the 45 minutes, but I'm going to start stretching and warming up a little bit before I end up going on the run. And I'm sure that's going to help me, but still at the same time. I then hit leg day yesterday, and things did not feel good. I did finish Matthew McConaughey's audiobook, though, and I 100% recommend it. He's doing a book tour with his new book. He's going to be in Los Angeles on September 20th, so I'm going to go to that because I want to see that man now. All right. I like that guy. He's cool. And I thoroughly enjoyed the book. I really think that there's something for everyone in that book, whether it's, and I think he kind of addresses it towards the end. He said, education, entertainment. I think I'm going to read the audiobook again, though, or I'll listen to it again. I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook again because it just was a good thing to listen to. I also bought the physical copy online off of Thrift Books. I think Thrift Books is great. People should use Thrift Books more often. Regardless, now I'm editing videos. I'm going to try and post days 4 through 15 today, or less. Depends on how much time that video is. I think I'm trying to cap it around 30 minutes. And then if it goes over 30 minutes, I'll start making the next video. That would be after that. Something I came up with the other day, inspired by Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. I think I was inspired by his style of writing. I said to myself, the name of the game is not self-obsession, it's being obsessed with the potential of the self. There's a difference in that. One is focusing on what you have, who you are. The other one is focusing on what you can be and who you can be and what you can do. He has this thing where he says, less impressed, more involved, saying be less impressed with your accomplishments and be more involved with what's around you. And I agree with that for multiple reasons, mostly because it keeps you bit more present with what's going on at that time, first of all. And second of all, you don't ride on your accomplishments. If I did something great 5 years ago, people can change in 5 years. Who says I'm the same person? And I should also maybe don't want to be defined by that one thing I did 5 years ago. I like Matthew McConaughey a lot now. I have a lot more respect for him. I went out and I bought cowboy boots. I've been to Texas once in my life, but I like my cowboy boots. See you at the end of today for day 20, and I'll let you know how things go. Day 20, and this is towards the beginning of everything that I have to do today. A bit of a roadblock today in 2 different ways. First of all, is that an ice cream truck? Why is there an ice cream truck? First issue is that the other night I accidentally forgot to put food in the trash, and when I came back across it, it was covered in these small little flies. And today I went to go and buy some stuff to get rid of the flies, including bug spray. I took that spray and I tried hitting the bugs in my kitchen, and then I accidentally shot the bug spray over the top of my open water filter, which is stuff that I used to drink all my water. It's the kind of thing where you put, I think, 1.5 gallons of water into it, and then it filters it, and then you drink that. And I shot it into the part where the filter is exposed, like an idiot. I have to clean that now. But I only have drank 10 fluid ounces today, and it's about 2:30 p.m. I haven't done any reading. I'm on my walk now, and I have to walk so that I can give my legs a chance to recuperate. But even as I'm walking now, my hips are tight. It doesn't feel so great. It's just a little speed bump that I'm certain I'm going to get through. But in a few days, my family leaves to visit other family overseas, and I have to make sure that I can find a gym there. I have to make sure that the flight doesn't prevent me from getting a day's worth of 75 hard stuff done within 24 hours, because I don't want to cheat and I don't want to bend the rules. But some things are making it hard for me. Yeah, right now I'm walking over to a nearby grocery store, and I'm going to get some water so that I have some clean water that I can drink. I'm trying not to feel too irritated with the things happening because they're all things outside of my control. However, I could have gotten up earlier today to get stuff done. That's why I'm out here now. Well, I'm also gonna get 100 push-ups done before the end of the walk. I just walked to grocery store and got my water, but I had to get 6 bottles, and I just realized that I got too many bottles, first of all, and second of all, I didn't have a bag for the bottles, and I couldn't find like a store-bought bag, so I literally have 6 bottles in here, and there's a much better way to do this, but I did not figure it out in time. And the supermarket is quite close to where I live. It's a little under a mile, so just call this part of the workout, because my arms are burning and I'm sweating. It's really hot outside, and I've already done 45 push-ups. Good progress, just so that there's an idea of what I'm doing right now. And definitely getting some weird looks from strangers, but that's okay. I need water in my house. I finally edited and uploaded days 4 through 11. Tonight I'll try working through 20, but I have to be honest, today was not a great day, both emotionally and productively, because I believe that you don't have to be in the best emotional state to still be productive, and oftentimes when you're not productive, it worsens an already less than great emotional state. The way that I'm trying to combat this is separating what I'm feeling from what I'm thinking. It's just a state of being that I'm finding myself in, and I'm letting myself feel the full spectrum of emotions, but at the same time, I'm not going to allow how I feel to force a negative perspective on things happening. For instance, I'm still dealing with flies in my room, and yes, they're very annoying and frustrating, but I'm trying my best not to let that get to me more than it kind of already has. I'm still going to the gym now, and things are still happening, but I'm not by any means in my best mood. And that's okay, because being in a great mood is not guaranteed every day, but it's important to me that I'm still getting up and I'm trying to do this challenge, even if I don't really get anything else done today. I was quite isolated today. That was part of it. Just now, I got lost as I was trying to find my way to the gym, and I can either choose to let that further my frustration. It's okay. These days happen. I'm off my rhythm, but it's okay. Honestly, the fastest way to get back to my rhythm is to be open to better things happening. I think just as a person, I don't get angry often or easily, because it's just, for me, easy not to let myself get there. And I feel it sizzling under. But regardless, today I ate 150 grams of protein. I've drank 70 fluid ounces, which is only a little more than half of what my total is supposed to be. I am drinking my creatine, or I'm taking my creatine through my water. So that's still getting done. And then I'm on my way to work out right now, and then I just have to do a ton of reading for tonight. I feel that will be the best way to get myself to feel better, is just to sit down and read. So tonight I'll probably simply read, edit videos, write in my journal, and I have this cork board, and that's been in all my videos so far, and I want to fill it, but I've been pretty much procrastinating on it, and I want to start knowing what I want to fill it with. Funny enough, as I'm talking about this stuff, I'm kind of getting more excited to do it. That's just how the rest of my night is going to look, and it's great. Really quick, as I said a few days ago, I deleted this through these vlogs was the first way that I told anyone, and for me it wasn't a big deal, but it was still a hard thing for me to do, because I was so used to having it on my phone, and I'm not going to bars, I'm not going out and meeting new people, so it felt like I was really cutting off the potential of meeting someone new. But then as soon as I deleted it, I then noticed someone who I was already seeing periodically in one of my classes, and then I was texting her, and I asked her on a date, and she said yes, and the first date went really well, and then there was a second date the next day, and then there was a third date. And then today, she had to go back home. And she does not live in California. And with 3 days in a row, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We had great conversation and really made a connection. And then she was only here for the summer, but she's planning to move here. And it looks like I'm gonna wait for her. But I thought it was interesting how as soon as I deleted Hinge, something came into my life. And of course I had to do the right things to then pursue that thing. But if I still had Hinge, who knows if I'd be present enough to notice her. I don't know, I have this belief that when you get rid of something that you kind of know for yourself is holding you back more than it's giving you what you want and need, the universe will bring you something better. And then it's going to see if you settle. That's mostly inspired by Manifest by Roxy Nafousi, which I need to reread. Now I'm going to do Back Day in my oversized Attack on Titan t-shirt that I thrifted for $5. It's a triple XL. And I still don't feel great, but I'm glad that I'm here at the gym. Now the next thing to do is to get out of my car and actually go into the gym. So catch you on the flip side. Funny enough, as soon as that video ended, I went to go get my headphones, and my headphones are broken. That's okay. There's just nothing I can do about it. So I guess I'm saying this just to say that, you know, things can still go wrong. It's just not your responsibility to get mad at something that you can't then change. So I'm gonna go work out with no music, which is fine. I'll just listen to the awful music that the gym has, which for some reason is just always consistently bad. I feel like I was projecting there. So maybe it's bubbling up a little bit, but that'll be okay. I'll be fine.
It's 2:30 a.m. I was literally about to go to sleep, and then I had to shoot out of bed because I realized I didn't record my video for today. The hardest thing with today is that I wasn't able to get out of my house for the first half of the day because I just didn't feel like it. Not an excuse. And then I had to go to this appointment. I came back from the appointment, and then I decided to continue to not do anything. I had to get everything done at the end of the day. The remedy would have been to get out of my bed and go outside of my room first thing in the morning, even if it was just for a walk that didn't count, just to go somewhere, just to be outside my room, especially outside of my bed. That would have been the perfect thing to do. The second thing would have been to make a schedule, and I don't know why I didn't make a schedule. And also the third best thing would have been to make a diary entry journal about what I need to get done that day. And I didn't do any of those things. And then at the end of the day, I was saying to myself, why did these things not happen the way I wanted them to? Dummy, big dumb. It's because you didn't do the things that you know you should have done. Why? Oh, I want to watch YouTube. I want to be lazy. Oh, I don't have to do that now. I'll do it later. Stupid. Don't do that. It's not nice to call yourself stupid, but that's a stupid idea. I'm not a stupid person, so I'm not going to have stupid habits like that. I identify as someone who's locked in, and I mean that in the Atomic Habits sense of it, which I've already explained previously. I am someone who's locked in. I am someone who's focused. I'm someone who's a go-getter. I'm someone who doesn't sit around and decide, maybe one more YouTube video. I feel like the videos that I make that are past midnight are always a bit more odd. Anyway, regardless, thank you for looking at my bare chest. It was chest day after all, but I don't have a pump anymore because it was so many hours ago. That's 3 weeks down though. I did 3 weeks of 75 hard. Only 54 more days to go. All right. Good night, chop shits.
All right, day 23 is good. I finished it. This morning I went on a hike for 6 miles and it took 2 hours. Hip was in so much pain that I decided that I was going to count that as both of my workouts for the day, because it was outdoor and there was a break in between, and so 2 45-minute workouts over 2 hours. Something that I ate today in one sitting was 80 grams of protein in a Korean short rib steak that I got from Trader Joe's. It was really good. I really liked it. Tomorrow is going to be a bit of an issue. I have to wake up really early and do my outdoor exercise, and then my family leaves to the airport. So then when I'm in the airport, I'm going to have to figure out a way to do something active 45 minutes, unless I get on the plane and decide to walk around for 45 minutes, but I really don't want to do that. And then I'm going to be in a foreign country, figuring out how to do 75 hard while I'm there. The water is going to be difficult. The food's going to be harder. I'm bringing some David bars with me, protein bars. So hopefully those will be able to help me reach my protein goals while I figure out what I can eat while I'm overseas. I think I scratched myself. Recently, I weighed myself, saw that I'm a little under 190, which I'm usually over, but I kind of realized I think what's happening is that I'm burning fat and building muscle. That's kind of how I'm choosing to think about it and what I'm hoping is true. I mean, what I'm doing is healthy, protein and like working out. I mean, I do think I should be spending more time to recover, but that's been my complaint since like Day 4. All good. See ya. It's 6:30 a.m. My family's all waking up at 7:45, so I got right out of bed. I haven't brushed my teeth, I haven't eaten any food yet, and I figured the only way that I'm gonna get my 45-minute outside workout in today before I'll head to the airport is if I just would get up before everyone else, go on a walk. And I figured, I'm just gonna walk because my legs hurt so much. But it's this morning. All right. I'm now in a foreign country overseas. Was on a plane for so many hours yesterday, and the way that I was able to do day 24 is that I did dips while I was in my seat and then used my heavy backpack between my legs for forearm exercises. And I did that for 45 minutes, and I got my protein done by chowing down on David bars that I brought in my backpack. And I got my water done by buying all these bottles and just drinking and then having to go to the bathroom, which is so awkward in an airplane. But now I'm in a foreign country, so I'll figure out how I'm gonna do 75 hard from there. My first full day doing 75 hard in another country, where basically the only way I was able to do everything was by going on my balcony and doing yoga and ballet, and then just getting protein where I could. They have these protein shakes here that have 50 grams of protein, this small little bottle, and I swear it probably gives you cancer, but I drank it until I felt like throwing up. Now I'm on the next day, day 2 in another country. Great. Or day 26, right? Or day 25. I don't know anymore. Finally editing the videos now, so this is just going to be my little outro for days whatever through whatever. My update is that my legs hurt in a way that isn't about being sore. It's the joints, and it worries me sometimes, but I've found some different ways that I can be active without hurting myself outside, so I'm still dealing with that issue, and I'm chowing down. And I saw a family friend who I haven't seen in a month, and he said that I look different. So good news. This challenge is fine. It's good. It's not fun, and it's not rewarding in the middle of it. The most rewarding thing is going to be seeing what it looks like day 1 to the last day. So I'm just trying to hold out until then. That's really the consensus.